Hello, my friends. Happy Sunday to you. Well, yesterday it rained like hell last night, so I only did one outdoor workout in the morning, and then I lifted weights pretty hard. I did a speed workout on the bench, so I did about 100 reps, lightweight. Also did some pause, bench press sets, and it's pretty sunny right now. This is probably the latest in the morning I've ever, I shouldn't say ever, last few months, I've gone out for my first workout. I actually slept till like 8 o'clock, which is probably the latest I've slept, probably 20 years, as long as I can remember anyways. I've been taking the magnesium supplements. Can't say enough about them. They help your cognitive and sleeping. Basically, when you get over 40, maybe younger than that, your body doesn't have enough magnesium as it's supposed to anymore. So you should take supplementation. Well, the important thing is, as I mentioned before, you need to take vitamin D with it. So I take them both together. That's important because if you don't do it, then it doesn't help you very much. They work together. So I usually take it about an hour before I go to sleep. It helps a lot. So today my plan is possibly do a double. This one will be a few more miles than normal. It's just mainly hiking. I've been stretching my hip, still a little bit, got a niggle. I don't know what's wrong with it. Anyways, just when you get in your upper 50s, I guess, or even much younger than that, something's always gonna hurt. It doesn't hurt, it just, I can feel a little soreness in my hip when I'm running or jogging. Hiking, walking, I don't feel anything. It's not a big deal for me because my ultra events, like I say, I move pretty slow. It's more like a hike, jog, stride. But it's very consistent, and I can go a long time like that without stopping, really. I try not to, unless it's a steep hill or an aid station. Today I'm wearing Prodigo Pros. You can see here. Why am I wearing them again? They're technical trail shoe. Yeah, mainly it's because it's really the only shoes I've got that's in good condition right now. I've given away a bunch of them I didn't like, and I've thrown away a bunch that have too many miles. So yesterday, spent about $500 ordering new shoes. I ordered a pair of Clifton 10s, Hoka Clifton 10s wide, Hoka Mach 6s wide, Hoka Speed Goat 6 wide. So I'm gonna try out the Cliftons. I used to wear them many years ago, and they've made some improvements. It's the best-selling Hoka shoe. It's actually in road shoes, 1 out of every 10 shoes, any brand, is a Hoka Clifton. So it's so popular that they have 3 widths in it now. You can get narrow, normal, or double E. So when I used it before, they didn't have double E. So I'm trying it again. There's got to be a reason everybody's using it, right? Well, I've got an ultra coming up, Tunnel Hill 100, which is, it's kind of like a road event. It's just crushed limestone. So I've used Hoka road shoes in an ultra before. I did Brazos Bend and Mach 6s. No, actually it was a Mach 5 back then. But I plan to use the Clifton or the Mach 6s. I've had Mach 6s, so I know what to expect. So I bought those just in case I don't like the Cliftons. If the Cliftons don't feel right, I'll return them and just use the Mach 6s. Because my race is in 2 weekends from now. 2 weeks away. And I also bought some SIS gels. Not gels, they're bars, the orange flavor. Hey, Jeremy Schultz, Sergio, the Halloween Ferret. Hey, thanks for joining. Sorry, the sun is so strong, it's hard to see the chat sometimes now. It's just that time of day. Hope you're all doing well. I'm just hiking right now. I was jogging a little bit earlier. Just kind of taking it easy, trying to put in the mile time on feet because I have a 100-miler in 2 weeks. So it's kind of what I'm up to. Pretty much taking it easy. Just trying to get in the time on feet, try to get at least 50 miles this week. And just doing a lot of weight training. But it looks hotter than it is. It's probably in the 80s right now. The sun's really bright, but it's that time of year. Yesterday was really nice. It rained a lot last night, so it's a little bit humid. So I'm dealing with that a little bit. So there's quite a few people out now walking the trails. Sun is strong though. Yeah, I'm worried. I've struggled with skin cancer in the past. I had to get face cut up and removed one. And now I've got another spot right here. It's rough. I think it's a pre-cancer. I had one before and they froze it off. But another appointment with a dermatologist coming up. I wear sunblock. Right now I'm wearing number 70. You know, it's just hard to protect the face really well because I spray the sides of my face, but not the front of my face because it gets in your eyes, it starts burning. That's why I'm always wearing a hat. Usually I turn it around forward when I'm not in a live stream. But dermatologist is so busy, you gotta make an appointment a couple weeks ahead of time. At least mine the way. Some of them are like 3-4 months ahead of time. Mine's kind of a rural dermatologist. He's really good, but he's got a big office too. It's just far enough outside of town where the appointments are not crazy. And he's very efficient. I mean, he's like in 15-20 minutes, he's out. So I think I'm gonna have to get one spot frozen off. It's not really a spot, it's just kind of a rough part of a rough skin area. It feels like dry skin that will never go away. That's usually pre-cancer. So if you ever have a spot like that, get it looked at, because they can freeze those off or freeze that section off with I forget the name of the gas, some sort of nitrogen. But if you let it go too far, they have to cut it out. And when they cut it out, that's a real problem because there's many different kinds. Basal cell, which is what I had before, basically they cut open your face, they cut it out, but they got to cut way above it and way below it, make sure they get all the roots out. So it's a lot of trouble. It's not a terrible surgery or anything. They just do it. They do it without much anesthesia. They just put something on your skin and do it, but you get a bunch of stitches and you're gonna have a scar. So that's why it's good to catch them ahead of time. But what they do is they cut it out above and below it, and then they send it to the lab and they analyze it under a microscope, make sure that they got all the roots. And if they don't, they have to cut you open again. So that's why they cut a pretty big section out. But so protect yourself with sunblock. However, like I said, I wear it every day and it protects you a lot, but not perfectly. I guess part of it's hereditary, but if you're in a place like me where it's really sunny 11 months of the year, I guess the risk is higher. Plus I'm an outdoors person, running and hiking and whatever, so more exposure, but I wouldn't change anything. I'm not gonna live my life inside, so. But take care of yourself. People out there that say they don't want chemicals on their skin, no sunblock, you really risk taking a big risk when it comes to skin cancer, because some of them are even really dangerous. So skin cancer is very treatable, but some of them are very dangerous, can spread to other parts of the body, so you got to be careful. So enough about cancer, let's talk about good things. So my training's going pretty good. lost a few more pounds. I want to lose probably another 2 or 3 pounds before my race in 2 weeks. It's very doable. How am I doing it? Just reducing how much I eat. It's the main way. Also, continue my exercise. But exercise doesn't help you lose weight. Your diet does. And I've reduced my carbs to a very low level. It's not something I recommend doing a long period of time. But if you need to crash your weight down some in a short period of time, it works really well. So, ate very little carbs yesterday, just a little bit. Enough to keep my cognitive functions working right. Because you start feeling really bad if you take your carbs down to 0 for too long. But that's all you need. Just keep it, carbs down, probably less than 10%. You'll see the weight come off. But long term, that's not a good approach. That's just for short term, project related. And just like fighters do, it's kind of the same strategy I have. I have a long distance running event coming up in 2 weeks. I got to get a few more pounds down because I don't care what anybody says, politically correct or not. When you talk about weight, it's just physics. I mean, if you're too heavy, you got to carry more. So I know what my ideal race weight is, and I won't be there even if I lose 2 or 3 pounds, but I'll be in a much better situation. I'll be at a weight that I've raced 100 miles before, so I know what to expect. And also I'm planning just carry bottles during the day, which is about the first 50 miles. That'll keep my weight way down, take pressure off my back. And then at night, the turnaround in Tunnel Hill is at 50 miles because it's an out and back. I'll put on my Ultra Aspire vest, which will have minimal weight, but I'll have, my lighting and more food, and also carry my poles just in case I need them that last 10 or 20 miles. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I just run into lower back problems. I don't anticipate that because I've been doing so much strength training, powerlifting for the last 4 months, maybe longer than that, 6 months maybe. I don't anticipate having that problem, but I did pre-clear it because they don't talk about it. They don't expect people to use poles in this event because it's pretty flat. It's very flat, but they told me if I wanted to use poles, it would be okay as long as it's past 50 miles. So that's the turnaround. So I'll have poles in my pack when I put on my pack at 50 miles. I won't use them unless I need them because it slows you down. But my goal is to finish the race. I got 30 hours to do it. I think I'll do it much better than that, but I'm not gonna jinx myself by saying I'm gonna do something special because I've DNF'd a bunch of races this year, which pisses me off. I finished 100 miler first day of this year, but I've DNF'd Cocodona. I did about 135 miles, and then a couple other 100 milers, which were difficult mountain. They were difficult mountain events, and I did finish about 100K in them, but I DNF'd them. So I don't like DNFing events. Some people don't mind, but I do. So I want to finish this event. Tunnel Hill, my goal is to finish. So if I make a PR time, that'd be great, but I'm not thinking about that at all. I'm going out there to finish the race. So looking forward to it. But sorry, the sun's so bright I can't see the chat. I have to get some shade. I noticed I got some chats coming in. Sorry about that, my friends. It's just that time of day where the sun is so bright and the angle of the sun, it's hard to see the chat. So I'll get some shade. I'll check out the chat. I'll get moving again. Feeling pretty good. My hip's not bothering me either, and like I said, I did some stretching last night on it. I've been doing that every day, mobility exercises. Uh, do I like fentanyl? No. Never tried it, never will. I hope, hopefully you never try it. So, you must be a young gamer because you wouldn't talk about stuff like that unless you were young. But anyways, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'm gonna cut it short, get back to my hill training. Hope everybody has a great Sunday. Bye, my friend.